Hello everyone, it's me again, the MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back again to update you on Star Atlas. I know I do a few videos, like every 2 or 3 days I might do a new video, but sometimes we get some new information that just needs to get out, right? So we have the truth about Jirio, which is roadmap scan number 16. These roadmap scans are how we keep ourselves updated on what's happening in Star Atlas. This is number 16, released just like today, a few hours ago. When all hope is lost, the group prepares for a last stand against the manifestations of the creature Atoth in the depths of Jirio's mines. Horn touches the door scan and the door miraculously opens, recognizing the presence of Dr. Amarina Starsight, also known as Pawn and Fang's mother. So, if we are to go on this is the second boss we have kind of encountered, right? A boss. The first one was a Tufa boss. I forget what it was called, but it was like one of the Tufa capital ships or something. And now this is, of course, what do you call it? What do you call it? Where is it? Creature Atoth. Atoth in the depths of Jirio's mines. Now, I really hope that all of this lore, at least a little bit of it, we can see them in the Scream module. There will be a planet, hopefully named Jirio, and we can go and explore the mines or something. You do a small special quest there or collect an NFT of a picture of Atoth, something, right? There has to be a little bit of something. Even if it takes me like 1 minute to do, I'm happy because now this connects the lore that someone is taking all the time to create, and it actually incorporates it into the game, into Scream. Man, I really hope this is what's going to happen. Once again, we have a whole bunch of stories to digest. It's really good if you're interested in this. I've read it myself. It's not too bad. But what we're really interested in, and I'm sure what you're here for, is the weekly project reports. So we're going to look at the project report, and we're going to look at Davey B, and then look at the official roadmap scans. Sorry, not official roadmap Notion. So let's update ourselves on the Showroom Alpha. Not much is changing. The Showroom level improvements are done. The level improvements are done. Bug fixing is ongoing. Wallet integration, performance fine-tuning. So performance fine-tuning is going to be a huge thing, right? Because this is running in UE5, and you need a beast of a computer to be able to actually run this. They fixed all bugs in the upcoming activities, hopefully. There'll be lots of bugs everywhere. Once you get 1,000 people in there, they're going to find lots of different bugs compared to 5 people looking for bugs. In Scream, what are they actually doing? So usually they copy and paste the same things that they were doing last month. I try and look for the new things that have been added to the roadmap scan. So I do notice a few things. So one thing in the Project Scream is they're finalizing the ship and fleet statistics. Now, remember, in the last video, I just talked about the kind of crew members for your crafting, where it's not like 300 crew members you'll be able to craft all with 300, because you only have hangar slots in a small amount. So in regards to the hangar slots, you'll now have to combine your fleets to have a good fleet statistics. Now, you might have a heavy scouting fleet, or you might have a heavy DPS fleet, like 3 ATS and enforcers and 1 support or something like that. You might have a tank ship, for God's sake. Oh, Pepe. Hello, Mr. Pepe. He's come. He's gracing us with his presence. Thank you very much for being here, Mr. Pepe. Appreciate all your work. All right. Now, what else have we actually noticed here? So, upcoming activities, they're going to be incorporating feedback from Scream stakeholders. I haven't seen who is actually testing Scream at the moment. I don't hear of anyone in the community, so it's probably just people in the team themselves. And in the Scream, there's nothing else at the moment. Everything else has been the same. They're continuing to build the cargo program, the movement program, crafting, and star system program. So there's a whole bunch of stuff they're still doing for Scream, right? In the Showroom, they're looking at project distribution, UX, and UI updates. So as far as I know, the Showroom is done, right? The Showroom is done, and they're just doing small improvements here, but it's a ready-to-be-shipped product, right? They're just waiting for the distribution channel. And our small theory was that UE5 or Epic Games is going to come out with a small launcher to say these are the games that are utilizing UE5 to build something. And this would be a great way for Star Atlas to actually distribute the Showroom update. It might be a launcher or an exe file or something. Like download all these different games that are using UE5, and Star Atlas might be one of them. This is just what we're thinking so far, because otherwise, what other distribution method is there? It's going to be an exe file. If it's ready, we'll just download it. So it's just going to be your experience to download it, or who's going to come out with it for you to download. So they're also looking at the product distribution preparation, and packaging is in process. What are they going to do later? The finish, the product distribution, hopefully soon. So this, hopefully within a few weeks from now. UX or UI updates, product distribution testing, awesome. For the DAO, they're actually looking at unlock and withdrawal requirements updating. So at the moment for the DAO, for Polar staking specifically, you remember you can only withdraw once your time has actually finished. So you can lock it for a month, 2 months, 5 years. And of course, you get rewards every day. Have you been withdrawing your rewards? What are you doing with your rewards? I actually want to know. Are you selling it on the market? Are you compounding for another 5 years? What are you doing with your rewards? Now, there's also going to be updates to the unlock and withdrawal of Atlas staking. We don't have Atlas staking yet, but Atlas staking will come a bit later when, actually, I don't know when, maybe in conjunction with Scream or when they want to implement this 6% tax. And are you even going to be staking any Atlas? You let me know. I'm only going to be staking a very small amount of Atlas because I'm not going to be buying and selling a lot from the secondary market, only the R20s or like the crafting components to make our fuel and food. And remember, once you stake your Atlas, you will be able to withdraw only after 21 days of an unlocking period, okay? It does take a while, so it's better to just start out small until you know how much you can actually afford to stake. Now, let's talk about the play.staratlas website. There were a few bug fixes that they did. So we know that the R4 bars weren't actually filling up all the way. Some of them were having some issues. We know that some orders were not loading sometimes, which was really annoying. Like you needed to, your ships ran out. You had to go and get some food or fuel. You go in there, you click on it, and the orders don't even show up on the screen. It was super, super annoying. But of course, what do? You log out, log in, refresh, close, you come back in. So what I did actually was going to another resource, like a ship, not in the same resource. Like I wouldn't go to fuel and food. I'd go to ships, load up the ships orders, and then I go back to the resources themselves to load those up, because then now I don't know what it does on the back end, but it kind of resets it. And most of the time I would see my resources back. Now, there was another bug which unfortunately came across from the hack that we had in Solana. It wasn't in Solana, it was Slurp Wallet, really. So the bug was that people couldn't remove their ships from Score because of closed rent accounts. This includes both accounts that were intentionally closed by the owner and rent accounts stolen by interacting with malicious NFT minting. So basically, I don't know if you know, but Solana has rent accounts. Every time you have a token or an NFT, it lives in that rent account. So when you close that rent account, then you've kind of closed the door to that NFT. You can't access it anymore. You have to open that rent account again. Some of these NFT mints, what they did was they would close the rent account and also sell your NFT, or sometimes just close the rent account, collect that fee because there is a small Solana fee, and over multiple hundreds of thousands of wallets, that could be lots and lots of Solana. So people sometimes the scam would close the rent account, collect that fee, and now you're stuck having to open that rent account again. You can do it manually, but it's a little bit complicated. Now, features in the pipeline for the Star Atlas Galaxy. We know the Ogrica Sunpar just released. It was a hairbrush. Very nice. For StarPath, they're doing StarPath audits being discussed with Kudelski. Factory bindings for the StarPath, no problem. LP redemption, awesome. We know about the LP redemption, but unfortunately, still for me, the StarPath program is not good enough for me to participate, in my humble opinion. Okay, a number of minor marketplace bugs are being addressed. User-driven improvements. Hopefully, they're listening to this. I know some people from Star Atlas do watch these videos. Hey, Pepe, welcome back again. Thank you. Okay, Scream. Another update on Scream. Now, these are the extra things I picked up on. It's been 9 minutes already. Oh my god, it goes and goes. The time. With a focus on defining the combat mechanics through prototyping. Combat mechanics. I'm very interested in what kind of mechanics we'll actually have. We know there will be fleet statistics. You'll obviously have like a kind of firepower score or a defensive score or an evasive score. Probably like a circle with different triangles going out. Like you're very good in this section, but you're weak in this section, if you know what I mean. Now, another thing that I saw was that working with the economics team to define the emission rates, crafting quantities, and recipe times. Oh, this is what everyone wants to know. We want to know what the emission rates of all the resources are, okay, where they're going to be located, and how much you can mine from them. We want to know the crafting quantities, how much it takes or like what amount of resources it takes to create a module, or to create a resource, or to create food and fuel. And then of course the times. The times is the most important thing. If it's going to take you 1 week to craft a ship, that's going to be significant, right? You're going to have to probably lock all your resources there, and you won't be able to use them anywhere else. What about depending on the crew you have? We know it's not going to be 300 crew anymore. It's how many crews are in your hangar slots. So of course, there's going to be, in my opinion, a very large supply shock, that there's not going to be any supply when the crafting first comes out, because everyone's going to need the items to start crafting, but no one's producing the items yet, or no one's set themselves up yet. So honestly, I'm going to be selling at that time. Whatever I make, I'm going to be selling, because it's just going to go down from there. Just my opinion. Now, let's move on. Started the economic modeling on planetary mining and emissions and star-based crafting. Economic modeling. So it's not actually in the game yet. They're just doing it on paper first to see how it's going to look like. On planetary mining, and remember, you can only mine planets in the sphere of influence of your starbase. And of course, you upgrade the starbase, your sphere of influence increases. Okay, so you'll be able to go very close to the starbase, and then later you go further out for the starbase. You go to different planetary minings, and I really hope one of them is this. You can probably mine an NFT of the Atof, or the boss that we're talking about here. And of course, the emissions and starbase crafting. Starbase, we know that it's not owned by a specific guild yet. It's owned by the faction, and you go and mine resources, you put it into the starbase, it levels up over time. And hopefully it takes a while, like a couple of days to actually level up, and it's not like instant. Maybe level 1 would be 2 hours, level 2 would be 1 day, level 3 would be 1 week, level 4 would be 1 month. Something like that, right? Something like, it has to be significant. It has to be significant and hold weight, okay? So that you have to be strategic about it. You can get only like 3 level 4s in this area, because that's the safest area, and that'll take the most amount of time and resources to upgrade them. Now, the art is close to completing Starbase concepts and started concepts for planets. So it's very good. So they've actually finished all the art for the starbases themselves, which is good. I just thought there'd be one single model or art for that starbase. But of course, hopefully we have different starbases, because they might be built by different factions, right? They're different factions. So there'll at least be 3 main types of starbases for each faction, one each. And now they're doing the concepts for the planets. Awesome. What's upcoming? They want to convert into 3D assets to be added into Play Canvas. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's for the roadmap report. Now, I'm actually going to look at something which is Davey B. I just caught one of the little, Twitter spaces by Ashes. And this guy is the content creator producer at Star Atlas. Man, Davey, contact me, man. Let's get in contact. I do Star Atlas content, and you're the content producer and creative producer. Why are we not in contact? Seriously, let's do it. He's a strategist, former TV writer, fan of knee replacements and Minnesota, and Pete Townsend. Now, he recently did a small video which caught my eye. It's got 200 views. It's unlisted, so you can only see it here. What does a Star Atlas fan do on vacations? Quality time with a family? No. Or you make a no actors, no crew, no budget Star Atlas movie. So I just wanted to show it to you guys here. It's actually pretty good for like what it is. It's like no actors, no what do you call it? Giant story. It's just talking and walking.
436.529. Status report. I just parked my Opal Bitboat down around the corner. Thought I'd get out for a little stroll. Gotta say, glad I did. This planet is quite something. Shows you should always get up early in the morning, even if the little poonobs are still asleep.
So this is basically him. For the next 5 minutes, he goes through experiences and talks about Star Atlas, a little bit of lore, a little bit of what he's experiencing as he's parked his Opal Bitboat and walking through like a deserted kind of plain. It's pretty good, to be honest. It's the quality itself is fine, because it's not supposed to be a high quality production. Hey Pepe, it's supposed to be a very kind of chill experience where you immerse yourself in a story that he's delivering to you while you enjoy looking at like a very great looking, looks like America or something, something in Texas or something in California, something like that, while you look at these beautiful landscapes.
When they see it, guys were out of shape or lazy or obese.
I think he takes a little break.
Addendum to my previous addendum. A couple of people are complaining about, I'm saying I'm taking cargo, but I'm driving an Opal bit boat. How can that be? Well, listen, cargo doesn't have to be large in volume. It can also be quite small and still be incredibly valuable and important. Secondly, I could have sworn I parked it right here. And now it's freaking gone. If anybody knows where an Opal bit boat is, just about a month old, I mean brand spanking new, please contact me. This is unbelievable.
Oh man, I hope you find your BitBoat. You guys, go ahead and watch this video. It's actually unlisted. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the YouTube URL in the description here, so you can go and watch it yourself. Or better yet, just find Davey B on Twitter and just say, hey, I love it. You know, other people are commenting on this saying they love it. Who's ever heard of a Poonab accountant? This is genius. Great job. Hilarious. Like, yeah, this is good. You know, this is just like great content for Star Atlas, and it didn't require like a ginormous product budget, whatever. It's just like maybe a script. What are you going to talk about? Some nice landscapes for people to look at. All right. And lastly, I want to end with the little official roadmap on Notion, which I haven't checked in a while. But of course, this gets updated every time we get the roadmap scans, okay? Number 16 here. So basically, all you do is you see the different phases of Star Atlas. Phase 1, nearly everything is actually live in Phase 1, apart from the Metaverse usernames. I don't actually think we're going to get the Metaverse usernames anytime soon. Bonfeeder do have the usernames, but I think Star Atlas wants to do something different because I'm sure they can easily integrate it, but they don't want to, or they have other plans yet. Phase 2, most of it is in the building phase. Phase 3 is in the planned phase. Phase 4 and Phase 5, nowhere close. So, of course, all you got to do is click on Scream, and then it gives you a little bit of the extra updates here. And then you can look at the different days and the different updates that it's given you. It's basically the same information that's put into the roadmap scan here. So I just wanted to let you know. Make sure you also keep this section open so that you can update yourself on it. I just go here every time there's something new, and I haven't noticed anything different between this and the Star Atlas roadmap scans. All right, so that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been MetaVerse Explorer. Make sure you check out the other Star Atlas videos that I produce. I make great content for Star Atlas, and I'm hoping, Davey, you get in contact with me, man. Come on, we got to do something together. How haven't we done something together? All right, ciao for now.